Oh, speaking of. Hold up. Yo. It is this mic, right? Hold up. Okay. I need to. What did I just click? I really be getting it. Yo. In a boot, I'm splitting it. Alright. It's a little better. At the moment, because I don't have any games to play, I'm looking through Steam to see if there's anything new that looks fun. Dreamcore, that looks it looks interesting. It's a walking simulator, so it's not a horror game. That looks wild. It's a new Final Fantasy. That game looks nice. I mean, I know you can't see what I'm seeing, but I've seen this game before on Instagram. On an Instagram ad. You know, one of the anime idol RPGs that should be a phone game, but they're on PC. Alright. That was my last one. Dang. I'm always smack. I don't be drinking Capri Suns like that. Like, I barely drink Capri Sun. I barely drink juice. I have like a pop every now and then at work. But I've been trying to stick to water. Simply because I put on weight pretty easily. And so you see this. Not like the fat, but you see the... It's kind of hard to tell. They were there earlier. My veins are poking. Which... I mean... You know... I'm gonna... Scroll all the way back up to the top. I got 24 games on my wish list. How many can I actually get right now? Can't wait for Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. 5 days, guys. 5 days. Fridays, and we streaming that. Literally nothing. It's like everybody. I feel like everybody is that's making games is playing their own game of who can release their game last. Because I got 24 games in my Steam wish list that are just like you add it to your wish list, and then when it comes out you can get it. I got 24 games on my wish list, and not a single one of them have an actual release date. It just says coming in 2025. And it's like, when? Like, I get you gotta, like, companies gotta wait for a release date, but I feel like you shouldn't even put your game up on Steam or put it on anywhere. Don't even talk about your game until it's about to be released. Because there's games like Anata or Neverness to Everness, but mainly Anata, or it used to be called something else. I forgot what it was called. Project Mugen. That has been talked about since last year of like February 2024 is like when it was announced, and it's basically almost been a whole year since they announced it, and they said it was going to come in 2025. No release date. They just said it was going to come in 2025. So they basically have a year. They've had a year to make this game, even though they released their first trailer in February. Or I think they announced the game and then they released their first trailer in like, I don't even know, like October or something. But it's like I've been waiting for that game ever since, because it's literally anime GTA. It looks fire, and there's going to be so much supposedly to do in it. So I'm like, oh, I can't wait. And it's like, it's not on Steam or any of that yet, but they said it was going to come in 2025. It's been a year since they announced it. They released a trailer last month. And what's funny is they just got their like publishing license or whatever to basically release the game, but they said that they were gonna soon open beta testing. How long are you gonna beta test? Like, beta testing is like something you should do while you're making the game. Just because you're gonna make the whole game, and it seems like it has so much in it that you're gonna finish the game and then beta test it and have to go back through the whole game when you could have released the first half of the game or something, like how Genshin releases their game as sections. So release the first section for beta testers. They play it as you're making the second section, but you have a crew that goes through as the beta testers are playing the first section to fix the bugs in the first section. And then when all those are done, you release the second section or whatever and rinse and repeat. Like, if beta testing takes a year, this game ain't gonna come out in 2025. And they cannot say coming out in 2025 and then release it in December. At that point, just say coming at the end of 2025 or something. Like, let people know that they're going to be disappointed. Like GTA 6, it doesn't have a release date yet, so we know it's not coming out this summer. It's going to come out in December. You can tell because the game has been... People have been waiting on this game for 10 plus years. They showed the first trailer. Kai Cenat said that Rockstar hit him up and, asked him to play the game and everything. So, like, great. Like, play the game for, like, a GTA-thon type of thing, whatever. like basically a marathon, and he said that he would do it. They would not have hit him up and asked him to do that, and it was recently. They asked him this recently. So it doesn't seem like they have a plan to delay their game. Plus, GTA or Rockstar has never delayed any of their games. They have never delayed it. Plus, they've been making this game for 10 plus years. There's no reason that this game should be delayed. Over 10 years. Like, I've been playing GTA since the PS3, and like GTA 5 since the PS3. So you have the PS3, the PS4, and now the PS5 is out. Like, there's no reason that this game should be delayed. So it's coming out this year, but they only released that first trailer. If I'm correct, they did not release a second one. Normally they'll release the trailer, and then they'll release a gameplay trailer, which will have like a little bit more sneak peeks, but it'll show you gameplay, like driving, shooting, different things you could do, like live streaming on a social media platform or whatever. Like, you know, they would do their gameplay thing, and then normally in the gameplay trailer, that's when it'll have its release date. You have the first trailer that's like, oh, coming 2025, and then the second trailer showing the gameplay, basically showing that the game is polished and finished, and then at the end of that trailer you would have your release date. But that never came out. People were expecting it in December, because they were like, if it comes out in December, like if that trailer comes out in December, then the game will probably be released this summer, as in June, maybe like April, June, July, like one of those months. But never came out. So if it comes out February, it'll probably get released in October then. You know, like, they're not going to release the second trailer, say in February, and then release the actual game in April. Or release the actual game in March. Because, like, word has to spread. They got to release the second trailer and then let it hype up some before they release the game. So they wouldn't release the second trailer and then basically, like, next day drop the game. So it's like, it ain't coming out to the end of the year, if that. So then there's like Elder Scrolls 6. Whatever that's going to be. I forgot what they said it was going to be. I think it was going to be based off of like the orcs or something. Because you have like Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim. And then Elder Scrolls 6, which I think they released a trailer for it. Which wasn't even a trailer. It was just like a little teaser at some like game convention. And it's been like 6 years since then. Like, that was back in like 2019 or something, or not even, like 2017. And no word on it. I looked it up and they said that it's estimated to come out in 2026, so it's like, so much for that. There's so many games that I'm waiting for that just like won't ever come out. Like, yeah, 2026 next year. But like, a year is long. That's a good amount of time, you know? Like, what is this? I think this is funny right here. Oh, no, it actually has a release date. Okay. Release date is 10/19. Oh, it's already out. Wait, what? This game is out, but it says coming soon. Oh, free January 30th through the 6th. Okay, so the game's already out. I'm like, it looks fairly fun. I'm gonna add this to my wish list, actually. Don't look like a bad game. I'll get it when it's free. Yeah, it's like every time I get on Epic Games Launcher to look at games, the top sellers are always the same. Most played is always the same. And then top upcoming games, like, that are not released yet. It's like, okay, The Last of Us 2 remastered. I mean, I don't know really what that's going to look like. I've already played The Last of Us 2, so it's not like I'm like, oh my goodness. This right here, Subnautica 2. I'm not going to lie, I played the first one. I kind of want to see what this second one's talking about. But it just says coming soon. Like, there's a bunch of games on here that look interesting, but it just says coming soon. Like, no release date, nothing. Like, this game right here, available Q4 of 2025. Q4 is basically November. It's basically October, November, and December is the fourth quarter. Because there's 4 quarters with 3 months each. So January, February, and March are the first quarter. Then you have April, or no. Yeah, April, May, June. The second quarter, July, August, September is the third quarter. October, November, December. So, like, there was another game that I think it was Neverness to no, what was it? Let me look. Because I think it was Neverness to Everness was a game that I wanted to play. See, they keep holding it back. So this right here is a prediction of when Neverness to Everness is going to come out. It says Neverness to Everness is speculated to release after the third quarter of 2025 at the very least. Like, after the third, just say the fourth quarter. But that also means it could be 2026. But it says the game has not conducted any closed beta or announced any closed beta dates yet. The developers of NTE are expected to announce about their beta and release date in the Tokyo Game Show of 2024. This was posted September 23rd of 2024. They never showed it or said anything about the game. It's like what's happening with the game? Like, update the people that are waiting for it. You know, at least be like, oh, things are running a little slower, you know, like something. But originally it did not say after the third quarter. Originally it said it was going to be released in the fourth or first quarter. It was going to be released in the fourth quarter of 2024 or in the first quarter of 2025 is what it originally said. And now it's held back even more. Like, then you have like Project Mugen or Anata, which, like, it says it's gonna be free to play, which is insane. Or no, that's Project Mugen's release date. It says we expect Project Mugen release date in Q4 of 2024 or Q1 of 2025 at the earliest. The game remains in early development stages and does not have a final title. But that was in May 9th of 2024. They did get their publishing license and everything, and they said that they were gonna go start beta testing, which I did apply to be a beta tester. I don't know if I'd stream it because I don't know what the rules will be, but I want to play this game, dude. Like, there are too many games. Like, when Wuthering Waves was first announced, I remember seeing it. I remember seeing Wuthering Waves when it was first announced, and the game released like 3 months later. Like, I seen the game get announced. I seen a bunch of people posting the different movements. So I looked it up, added it to my wish list. It came out like 3 months later, and I downloaded the game and started playing it. And it was super fun. I still play the game to this day. Like, the worst thing you can do as anybody, as a music maker, as a game maker, anything, is have people wait. Like, making people wait will make people stop caring. Like, they'll be like, at first it'll be hype and they'll be waiting, and then slowly they'll just be like, it's not coming out, I'm gonna find something else then. You know, and some people will be like, well, what if the game's not done? Or, like, you shouldn't have announced it then. Like, don't announce your game until it's, like, basically done. Like, when you're putting your finishing touches and everything on it, announce it. And then, show off gameplay, show off little teasers of your finished product to hype it up, and then release it a couple months later. Like, you can hold on to the game. You don't have to release the game once it's done. Finish the game, show it off. Like what people do with music. They finish a song, and then they'll show it off a bunch on like TikTok or something till it's hyped up. Then they release it. You can hold the game. Like, don't show it off as it's still in creation and have people get hyped up for it and then make them wait 3 years or something. Because then it's like, bro, like, but I get, they could have also showed it off now because it's like the type of games that are like popping off right now, which, like, that makes sense. But it's like, then you should put your foot on the gas making this game so it can be released while these games are still hype as well. This game looks fire. Or the cover looks fire. Let's see. Let me guess. It's going to be an idle RPG or something. Oh, even the graphics look good. Oh, it's in my wish list already. It finally got a release date. 3/27/25. Finally. Now I have a game that I know when it's going to be released. And I can look forward to it. This game right here doesn't make any sense. So this game, it's called Departed Away. I put it in my wish list. It's like a little novel game or whatever. It looks pretty cool. It says initial release was 1/28/2024. It still says coming soon. What is happening? Like, what's going on with this game? Like, did it get delayed that bad? Like, don't tell me you put a release date on it and everything and got it delayed. Like, don't put a release date. Like, until you know for sure. Like, there's just so many games that I want to play that I just can't. What is this? Backrooms Furry? It's 74¢. Yeah, I'm not buying this. But it's like, Super Space Club. The cover looks fire of it. It's like all these games, like, I always tell people, like, man, there's just nothing to play. And they'll be like, what? Like, Steam alone has thousands of games. It's like, yeah, but look at all the games. Like, not like this right here. This game's called Amazing Weekend Search and Relax 2 Collector's Edition. And there's basically three of them: Amazing Weekend, Around the World, Sweet Home 2. But it's all just like Look and Find Collector's Edition, where you're just it's like I Spy. Like, bro, there ain't, like, who's, I mean, I'm not playing that. Here's another one. Like, I ain't trying to hate on nobody, but like, this cover looks fire, but let's see. Yeah, it's one of those like idle RPGs. It's like it's not that I hate those type of games. Like, I tried to play some before, but that's like, I play that on my phone, not on my PC. Like Chess Infinity. Yeah, let me go ahead and boot up Chess and play it per hours. Like, and I know there's like this right here, Marvel Rivals. I just don't find it interesting. But it could. Hold on. I don't find it interesting, but it could be because I don't really like collabs. Like I like Marvel. Honestly, I like Marvel more than I like DC. But it's like when I play Fortnite, I don't like the collabs that Fortnite does. It's like you're ruining your game. You're basically making it not your game anymore. Which I get Marvel Rivals is like Marvel's game or whatever. But like, if I want to see the Hulk or something, or Venom, like if I want to see Venom, I'm gonna go watch Spider-Man. I'm not gonna play Marvel Rivals. But then there's like the actual Spider-Man games. I like those because it's actually a giant open world. You can actually be like Spider-Man in that giant open world doing what he would do. Marvel Rivals, it's like, okay, you're put in a little map and it's like 5v5 or something like that, and it's like, I don't know. I just don't find it interesting. But there are people that like it, and that's cool. There's like nothing. There's a game called Pools, but it's basically the back rooms. I remember back then when I had my Android, because on iPhone you can't download games like with APK. When I had my Android, I won't lie, I used to download them APK games, but it wouldn't be games that would be on the store. So like, there was a game called like, it was the Five Nights at Freddy's games. I bought those games. Like, I literally have the Five Nights at Freddy's games on my phone. But there was the rip-off ones, or the fan-made ones. And there was like Five Nights at the Asylum. Or like Five Nights at Wario's and stuff like that. And I played those. The Five Nights at the Asylum was like the one I always played. It just, I saw something that just like took me back. And I was like, man, like that reminds me of that game. Like there just ain't no games. I wanted to find, there's like a game you can get on VR with, it's like a Star Wars game or something like that. So you have the Force, you have a lightsaber, but it's realistic as well. So if you're like walking, say you hit something with your lightsaber, it actually cuts it in half, like, or say someone is running up on you, you can throw your lightsaber, like throw it around and like control it and bring it back to you. And if it hits them, it's not like and it does a little bit of damage. It's like cuts through them. Like, I don't know what game that is though. Like I've seen videos of some where but people get to choose. So you have like your lightsaber and you can do that, but there's also like you can switch to a regular sword and stuff. I've seen some where people would cut people's heads off and then like bounce it up and grab it and like make a bucket and everything with it. But I don't know what game that is. Like, what are these games? Vitamin Girl. Let me look at it. Alright. By the looks of it, it's basically Subway servers. Let's see. This game... The cover looks interesting. It's a visual novel. Let's go to the next page. Yeah, there's just like nothing, bro. I'm already on page 16. But it's like, okay, you have one of those idle city builder games. You have a lot of these games are EA Play games, which just by the look of the cover of this one, it looks like some PS2 game or something. Like Dungeon Keeper, which with the EA Play games you need to buy it like some sort of pass. Once Human, bro. It's like, I love that game. Once Human was super fun, but I literally joined this server, like you do. Built a giant mansion, had it decked out, had all this stuff. I had all these clothes, not that like I bought, but like that I found or made. I had all these guns and everything, tons of ammo. And then I hop on one day, and the server that I was originally on closed. So I'm like, alright, maybe it'll just transfer all my stuff to a new server or something. So I joined another server that had like, it was the exact same like thing that I had, because there's like different storyline servers and stuff. So it was the exact same thing I had, but it wanted to start me fresh. So I was gonna have the same character, but I had the basic clothes, no guns. My house was gone. All my stuff was gonna be gone. It wanted me to completely restart. I was like, are you serious? Like, why would I restart everything I just did? So I stopped playing, because I literally spent like weeks grinding, and all my stuff was just gone. So it's like, and what also sucked is like you had to be on a server with other people. Like, let me create a private server, you know? Like, let me have a private server. I feel like it's because I was playing the game a bunch and then the game had a huge update. So I feel like with that update, they didn't update the servers. They just put the update into new servers, and all the old servers were just taken down. So I like, but it's like, okay, you know, it happened once. I could restart. Well, what if it happens again and again and again? Like, what if every update is like that? Like every big update where they add a bunch of stuff. Like, then it's like I don't feel like restarting every update or something. And it's like, let me create a private server because I don't feel like playing with a bunch of random people. Like, I get, you know, you could make friends or something, but it's like I'll get my friends to play this game, and then we can have a private server where all of us stay at or something. But it's like, until then, like, let me be in this world by myself, because then I can choose to live anywhere and not just be like, well, let me find an open spot or something. Like it's a really fun game. I really liked it. I was considering spending money on it. Like, I don't really spend money on games like that unless it's like it's a game that I've like been playing, like Genshin or Fortnite or something. But there was like this outfit that was really cool, and I was like, man, I kind of want my character to have that. I didn't buy it, and it's like, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because so much for that game. I really want to play that game again too, but it's like I really want to play that game again, but have everything I had already. I don't feel like restarting. Like, I did some hard work capturing all the thingies to have all those different pets so I could get materials faster and easier. Like, bro. Ain't no way I'm restarting. There really is no games. It's either the picture looks unappealing or it looks good, and then you click on it, and like this, the Black Within. It's only $7 though, which could be a steal. Let's look at it. Oh, looks like a game I could have created. Ooh, actually, that looks terrifying. What the? It's just, also don't feel like playing a horror game right now. Like, I just want to play a chill, vibey game. Preferably open world. There just ain't none. Why are there so many chess games? Like, it's a game called Hawktoad. Let me be. Like, on this, like, the graphics look really good, but it's like it literally looks like it's how do I explain it? Like, it's like Overwatch. It literally looks like Overwatch, just different characters, different map, but it it's anime. It like, which like don't get me wrong, like I have Overwatch. I've never played it before. Here we go. Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind. Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion. I actually did want to play these games, Morrowind and Oblivion. My friend said that Oblivion is actually really good. He was like, but you would just have to kind of look past the graphics. Because he was like, Morrowind and Oblivion's graphics are really bad. He was like, but the story is really good. So it's like I want to play it if the story's like that, but graphics play a huge part. Like it has to be visually appealing. Because like when a game is like visually appealing, then it's like, you want to explore and look at a bunch of stuff like that. And then the story's also good. Like that's a top tier game. Why do I feel like I played this game before? There's a lot of old games on here. Alice Madness Returns. I remember seeing this. I forgot what for. The graphics are terrible. Like, there just ain't nothing. Of course, the game that sounds really fun right now would be one of the games I got on my PlayStation. Like, Life is Strange. Life is Strange 2 sounds really fun right now. And I'd say Life is Strange 1. What the? Why is this mat falling off? Alright. Yeah, like Life is Strange 2 sounds really fun right now. Hold up, this game looks interesting. But it's a 3v3 shooter. Like a lot of these games look really good. But they're, like the 3v3s or 5v5 shooter games. Like this one, graphics look insane. But it's... yeah, and it's still an early access game. Like, graphics looked really good on it, though. You got Dead Space 2008, Dead Space 2. Man. I haven't played Dead Space 2. I played part 1. They got Horizon. I kind of wanted to finish that game. Like, I have it for my PlayStation. What is this game? Let me guess, visual novel. Let's see. Yep. Road maintenance simulator. The last thing I'm trying to do is work. Like, I want to have fun. I remember the game Hard Time that you could get on your phone. It was basically... It was prison simulator, basically. What are some of these, bro? Some of these games are just like... Let me look at my wish list. This game's coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. Coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. Of course. Not a single game that I want to get is out yet. That's nice. Just what I wanted. Dude, on Genshin I have just on my PC, like Fortnite on my just on my PC I have 216 hours. I originally played it on my PlayStation. That's where like all the hours are at. Genshin just on my PC, which I've started this game on my phone, then I went to my PS4, and then when I got a PC, I started playing it on PC. I have 751 hours on this game. 751 hours on Genshin. Star Rail, I have 14 hours. Wuthering Waves, for some reason it says an hour, but I literally am completely caught up with the story on Wuthering Waves, so I don't know, like, I don't know what that's talking about. Of course, I do have other games, like, I installed Fallout 4 VR, which I'm gonna uninstall because I played it. It is so bad. Ugh. Skyrim VR is actually pretty cool. I got Thief Simulator VR, which isn't bad. Cooking Simulator VR, it has potential. Like, it seems like it can be a really fun game, but for some reason when I'm playing it, it just is not fun. Like, you gotta cook something that, you know, needs a lot, but they only give you like a minute and 50 seconds to cook it, and it's like, that ain't enough time. Like, yeah, junk be stupid. I have Geometry Dash. I haven't played Geometry Dash since November 17th of 2024. I probably just opened it for some reason. This game is super fun. Me side. I love this game. I had no complaints about this game. The amount of horror in it was perfect. The amount of like everything, funny moments, everything was like perfect. It's a cool mod. Yeah. Of course, it's like I got other games too. Like games that I have that just aren't installed. But it's like. Uh, like I downloaded Outlast. Outlast was having a sale where I could get Outlast 1 and 2 for like. It was like $2. I was like, so I'm paying $1 each? It was something insane. So I got both of them. And of course, it's like. Outlast 1, I tried. I'm not gonna lie, that junk was too scary. I haven't even tried Outlast 2. Tried this game right here, Genesis. Phantasy Star Online, New Genesis. It's 80 gigabytes, dude. Like, as far as I remember, the graphics were really good. I just had no idea what to do in the game. Yeah, like the graphics don't look bad. Why did this don't even look like? They look okay. Portal. It took me 5 hours to beat the game. Really? Portal was really fun. Portal 2, it also took me 5 hours to beat. It was also really fun. Of course, I don't remember how Portal 2 ended. Or no, yeah, I do. His old buddy betrayed us. And then we basically had to team up with the original enemy to beat him. Yeah, I remember. Project Playtime, I haven't even played. The Quarry, I downloaded. Haven't even played. Supermarket Simulator. I won't lie. There's a shoplifter update. Oh, that sounds like it wouldn't be fun at all. So, like, I'm not gonna lie. This game was really fun. It's just, it was also really stressful. So it's like, I don't know. Then there's like this game. I'm not gonna say the name of it because people are gonna be like, bro, what? You play that game? You're weird. But it's like, this game has been in, like early development or whatever. Not early development. Beta testing. Like, I played this game. It's been like 2 years. Right? Let me look. April 9th of 2021. I watched a YouTuber play this game. Yeah, 2021. I watched a YouTuber play this game when it first dropped because he would play like any game that came out that looked slightly fun, he would make a video on. So I seen it and I was like, bro, this game looks fire, and it's still being like created, but you can play it as it gets created. So I started playing it. Super fun, you know, everything like that. They released tons of updates to where you could do multiple different things. They released the story up to a certain point and then it just cuts off. But it ain't even like a good ending. So the story is you gotta find your brother. I'll just say that. So you're looking for him, right? You stumble upon a cabin that has a little bit of evidence. The end of the story. And it's like, more is gonna come out soon. But this game is also like, it's supposed to be a huge open world where there's supposed to be cities and all this stuff, like cars, trains, all this stuff. But at the moment, it's like you have your house, you drive a bunch to get to a tiny little strip mall. You drive a bunch more to like the middle of nowhere to get to a little coffee shop. You drive a bunch more to get to a random gas station. You drive a bunch more to get to some random person's house. But that's like the whole map. Like, the map is huge, but there's just nothing filling it in beside forest. So I guess the creator of the game, because their last announcement that they made was September 30th of 2024, saying game development progress number 11. and they're saying that they're doing two-person interactions, train NPCs. They're working on the main story and side quests. They show off a bunch of stuff, like there's gonna be some festival or some fair, this place, some like quarry or something, bunch of scenery, basically museums. The scenery's gonna change, like there's gonna be lakes and stuff. Like, it looks really nice. And then it says new character. As always, with each update, we introduce a new character, each with their own story, or their own unique story. I actually didn't see this. They must have added this onto it, because I've seen up to the fair part. But yeah, like, I haven't came out with an update so far, because normally they would do a little thing like talking about what the next update's gonna be, and then they'll release it. They'll release the next update. They got quite a bit done, like, because they show photos along with it, and this is a lot of stuff. Like, this next update is gonna be ginormous, but who knows when it's gonna come out. Normally, as they like finish stuff up, they release it. Okay, this makes sense. They said with the addition of new team members, we currently estimate that this phase of the update will be completed by the second quarter of next year. This was released September 30th of 2024. So basically around spring/summer is when this update will come out. Which, I mean, you know, it sucks having to wait, but for what this game's gonna be, it's gonna be insanely good. As long as they don't pull a Yandere dev. Be like, oh, I made so much money creating a game, I'm just gonna scrap the whole game and create it again. We happy few. That game's fire. It's like, I kind of feel like playing this game again, but I don't feel like playing it right now. Like, I have a couple visual novels, like Doki Doki. Actually, I think that's it. Yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club. There has to be something else I can download games on. Like, I got Epic Games Launcher and Steam. I literally went through like both of them, like Epic Games Launcher and Steam. There just doesn't seem to be anything. Like, I know sometimes I go on itch.io to download like indie horror games, but there's never like actual games. It's just like a little quick indie horror game. There's like the actual like Microsoft store. Let me open that up. Talk about games, movies, like what am I about to get on here? Like I could download Apple TV. There's Messenger. Who's Snapchat? Oh yeah, let me set my streaks on my PC. Like oh snap, what up? I need to send my streaks. Oh, when I was PC. Okay, see, like this makes sense. Like, you know, iCloud I don't really get. Chat GPT. I've actually never even used that before. Netflix, Spotify, like those make sense, especially like Netflix. There's actual movies I could buy. I haven't actually watched this yet. Venom: The Last Dance. I didn't know it was out. Like I did not know this was already out. Huh. Let me look at the games. Watch it all just be like actual games that you can get on your phone. Oh, Black Ops 6 is on here. Wow. There's Among Us, okay. Candy Crush, holy moly. Like, I'm gonna play Candy Crush on my PC. Stardew Valley, I actually thought about playing this game. But, you know, it says all of these games are included with Game Pass. Like, I can't buy them for some reason. Or, well, I don't know. But it says, like, included with Game Pass. So if I get Xbox's Game Pass, I get all these games for free. Like, every single one of them that's on here. Let me just look at the actual free games. You know, I'm not really surprised. I was like, oh, let me look at the free games. We got Bejeweled Blitz, Candy Crush, Mahjong, Cooking Figure, Dragon City. You know, the free phone games. Let's not look at that then. How do I look at like everything? Like this was like most popular on Game Pass. Top paid games. Let's look at these. Okay, here we go. These are actual games. Skyrim, Dead by Daylight, Fallout 76, Minecraft Dungeons. It's just what sucks is like all of these are who's buying. Oh, I thought this was something else. Like they have Fallout 1. Holy. Fallout 1 is basically a visual novel. This game right here I did want to try out, The Outer Worlds. They got Survival Craft 2. I remember back then when I couldn't get like the actual Minecraft, like when I had no money. Before I downloaded it APK because I didn't know about that. I used to download the ripoffs like Worldcraft. You know those games? That was it right there. Dang, they got Fallout 2. Like I'm just scrolling through these, but it's literally like beside the rip-off Minecrafts, It's everything that's on Steam except this. Ultimate Custom Night, it's on Steam, but it's free. Why is it $8 on here? Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location. I love that game. Can't wait to meet you. This right here, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. People sleep on this game. This story was immaculate, bro. Minecraft Legends. I've actually yet to play this. I don't know what Minecraft Legends is even about. I played Minecraft Dungeons once it came out. Obviously, I play Minecraft. Minecraft Legends. Like, what? I'm watching the trailer for it. I don't understand. Okay, so like Nether portal starts showing up. So is it like... Yeah, so the Piglin's nether corruption is spreading across the overworld, scorching everything it touches. Are you the hero that will protect? So is it like an open world game, and you have to like go around village to village or whatever, saving them? Or is it like stages, where you're like, alright, you're in this village. See, you know, you gotta fight or something. Like, how does it go? I'm gonna probably watch someone play the game before I consider buying it. Because I gotta at least know if it's, like, good. All these basics, dang. I actually haven't played Baldi's Basics before. Choo Choo Charles. That game was fire. Oops. What is this? I've seen this game before and it actually looks really good, but I don't know what it's about. That is loud through my headphones. The graphics are actually really bad. It's literally rated 3.5 stars. The Walking Dead. I kind of want to buy this. $15 for season 1. Kind of want to get this and play all of them. The Walking Dead, the Telltale series. Even though, you know, I never understood their name because it's normally Tall Tales. Like, a tall tale is, you know, like a made up story type of thing. Like, that's basically what it means. It's like, a tall tale is like a made up story. Well, they decided to have their name Telltale. Like you're telling a tale. I mean, it works. Call of Duty Ghost was fire. The story, at least. They got Life is Strange, Double Exposure. What sucks is you can't use their original powers. And it also doesn't make any sense in this game. I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched like the start of it. And it's like, where's Chloe at? Like, in Life is Strange 2, you could decide. Or in Life is Strange 1, you could decide whether she dies or not. In Life is Strange 2, they ask you which one did you pick, because it kind of messes with the story. In Life is Strange 2, like, you can meet Chloe's stepdad, and if you let her die, if you let her die, you wouldn't meet her stepdad, because the city would still be there. Well, if you let her die, her stepdad is part of this group now, and you can meet him, and he'll be like, yeah, you know, he's like, he doesn't care, but he's also kind of mad because Chloe and Max ran away to New York, and, after the city was destroyed, but he lived because he was in that bunker from the first game while everybody else died, basically. Like, that's pretty cool. Well, this game, you can't choose. I'm guessing that's because then they would have had to completely redo the story if Chloe was still in it. But it's like, as far as I know, she's not in the game. So it's like, what happened to her? They should have made it to where, say you did decide to keep her alive. She's more of a side character. Like, she's more of a side character than by your side 24/7. Kind of like how in the True Colors, Life is Strange True Colors, there's that one girl that was from that city as well, where she was a decent, like, she was like a main character almost, but I wouldn't go that far type of thing. So it's like, they should have put, if you kept Chloe alive, they should have put her in that game, but to where she was just a side character that would have a couple voice lines or something that didn't really change the outcome of the story. Like, she would just give her thoughts on the situation and not be like, oh, I think you should do this. Like, she would just give her thoughts on the situation. Because then it's like, because then it's also like Max looks a lot older in this game. Like, what would Chloe look like? Would she still have her colored hair? Would she have just went back to natural? Like that type of thing. Like, as far as I know, she ain't in it. I'm gonna watch somebody play it though. That's what I did with the first game. I watched a YouTuber play the first game, and then I seen it was good. I was like, oh, this game's fire. So I played it, but I made my own decisions. And then part 2, I decided to, I played that one by myself. I didn't watch anybody play that. There are no games, dude. Like, there are some, but it's like, I'm not really trying to spend a bunch of money right now. Saints Row re-elected. I got this game on my Switch. I got Final Fantasy 1. They do. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I really feel like watching anime right now. What sucks is that I can't stream it. Like, if I could stream me watching anime and not get copyrighted. Like, there was a streamer that was on Twitch. Now, Twitch, it's like you can play music, you can play any song on Twitch or whatever, and you won't get copyrighted. Like, but, like, someone watched a movie on Twitch, but it was like an anime movie or something, and got their channel banned. Ended up getting it unbanned because they were like, I didn't know. But it's like, dude, like, I get it's copyright, but even though there are YouTubers out there that make reaction videos, like, there was one guy that I watched where he would make reaction videos. And that's what it would be. He would literally watch any TV show or whatever, and he would watch the show, like, in one video, he would watch, like, episode 1, 2, and 3. The next video would be, like, episode 2, 3, 4, or it would be, like, episode 4, 5, 6. Then 7, 8, 9, Like, he'd watch, like, 3 episodes per video. at the end of each episode, mind you, the episodes were only like 12 minutes long. At the end of each episode, he would give his thoughts on it. And he kind of got away with it. But you know how easy that'd be? Because I watch so much anime anyway. It's like, I could literally find something. So 12 episodes, think about it like that. So you got a 12 episode anime. If each episode is 20 minutes, that's 3 episodes is an hour. So you watch 6 episodes, you have a 2-hour stream. You watch the last 6 episodes, you have another 2-hour stream. And you can watch anything. That's if you choose a 12 episode anime though. But I could literally put on an anime, stream, sit here, watch anime like how I normally do. But then it's like at the end of each episode or while stuff's happening like I normally do. Say it's some crazy fight scene's happening. And I'm like, bro, what? You know what I mean? Like, I'm giving my reaction. And I'm just chilling watching anime and streaming. And then if people join or something, they're like, oh yeah, this is a great anime or something. Like, it's like a cheat code. But you can't do that. But if I could just stream me watching anime, even though I don't know who'd really watch that because I'm not really doing anything, and they could literally watch the anime themselves, you know. But that's also like there's no games, but I know streamers that will literally go live. Like, it's so wild to see, and it's like I'm surprised that I ever see it. Is like, so say Kai Cenat goes live. Kai Cenat has, you know, like, he'll have like 80,000 people watching. People will literally go live to just sit there and watch Kai Cenat stream. Like, I seen videos where like I'd be on not TikTok, I'd be on Twitch, and Kai Cenat would go live, and I'm like, oh, Kai Cenat's live. Or Queso. I'm like, oh, Queso's live. Get on Twitch, you know, I see it, I'm scrolling, and how it shows you the suggested people. It would literally be people just streaming Queso's stream. Like, it wouldn't even be them reacting to Queso. It would just be them playing his stream for their stream. And it'd have like 700 views. Or with Kai Cenat, it would be people that actually like me, you know, how I'd be sitting here, but I'm just in a webcam and Kai Cenat stream's playing, and I'm just sitting there like watching it as if I'm a regular viewer. But the people would have thousands of views because like that guy would be subscribed, so he wouldn't be getting any ads. But if those people went to Kai Cenat's stream, they'd be getting, you know, because Kai Cenat, he'd be having the ads, bro. Like, but it makes you subscribe, so it's smart. It's smart on his part. But like, I'll join his stream, and you know, you could be one of the lucky people that gets gifted a sub. But like 8 ads will play. 8 ads that are each like 30 seconds, and it's just like, bro, are you serious? Like, it sucks. So you'll have the streamer that's subscribed to his channel, and he's watching his stream, and he's just up in the corner, you know, not really saying anything, not even reacting. And people will join his stream because like his stream won't have any ads, and he'll be watching Kai Cenat's stream, and he won't have any ads. So it's basically a way to watch a stream without watching ads. It's like watching someone else, which is like taking money away from the guy that's actually streaming. But it's just like a whole scheme nowadays. Like, I'd rather watch Kai Cenat's stream without ads, but it's like I'm gonna actually watch his stream. Like, I'm gonna be a real one. I'm gonna watch those ads. I don't know what to do, bro. It's 8 o'clock. I gotta be up early. Of course, tomorrow's Sunday. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's another day off. But then I gotta go back to work on Monday, bro. Like, I guess what sucks, like, working in the summer, you're more than likely gonna be out all day because, like, the sun doesn't set early, and a lot of the jobs we have are bigger. You know, but working in the winter, I have to work in the winter. Like, my job does a thing where they can lay people off. So, like, the people that aren't really, like, much help to the shop, they lay off. So it's like I got quickly acquainted with being helpful because I cannot afford to get laid off. If I got laid off, I would literally lose everything. Because you get unemployment, but unemployment is like $300 a week. I can't afford anything with like $300 a week. That's what, like, that's $1,200 a month. I can't even afford, like, I don't want to say what I can't afford with it because then, but like, that $1,200 is not paying all of my bills. That'll probably pay a quarter or something of what I have to pay. I would literally lose everything. Like, unemployment wouldn't do it, and then, like, what I would have to do is go find a new job. And if my job wants to lay me off, I would have to go find a new job that's either paying the same amount that I'm getting paid now or more, and I won't come back. Like, I won't be going back. If I find a job that pays the same or more, why would I go back? Because what they do when they lay you off is they lay you off for the winter. So they're like, we're going to lay you off. You can take unemployment so the company will still pay you or whatever, or the government will or whatever. And you can come back in March, or like when it starts to warm up or something, or when work starts to pick up. Normally they'll lay you off, but then when things start picking up, they'll text you like, all right, you can come in next week, type of thing. I can't afford that, bro. I cannot afford a layoff. The day they say that they're gonna lay me off, like, you'll never see me again, like, that type of thing. So it's like, I have to work in the winter. It absolutely sucks because we get like no hours. Like, I work outside, if that's like a good hint. So I work outside in the winter. Work gets slow, which is why they lay people off. But it's like, so hours, I'm not making as much in the winter as I do like normally, which sucks because I have to budget a lot more. Like, it seems like I just don't have as much money. I mean, it never seems like I have enough money, but I have to budget a lot more, stuff like that. And then what really sucks is, like, it's even in the summer. Even in the summer. So it's a first shift job. So I wake up early in the morning to go to work. So I wake up super early in the morning. And it's like I work all day. Like before, it's like my last job, I would go to work at 2 o'clock. And I'd normally get home at like 2 a.m. So I'd literally work all day. I would have a morning, not even, because when you go home and you go to sleep at 2 or 3 in the morning, you're going to wake up late. I'm not going to go to sleep at 2 or 3 a.m. and wake up at 9 a.m. Like, I'm going to go to sleep and wake up at like noon. And then I have 2 hours, which those 2 hours is me getting up, taking a shower or whatever. Or I would take a shower after, like, when I get home, like waking up, getting dressed, probably making something to eat, and then going to work. And then I'd work all day into the night and then come home. So I was like, forget that, I'm going to get a first shift job. Where instead, like, I wake up at 6 a.m. but I go to work at 7:30 in the morning, you know, and normally I get off at like recently 3 or 4, which doesn't seem bad. But when the sun sets at 5 o'clock, I get home and I have like an hour or two before it's completely dark outside. And it's like, at least I don't have to cut my grass. At least that's the good thing about winter. Is like, I don't have to cut my grass. See, if it was like summertime and the sun set, it's like I would get home and I wouldn't be able to cut my grass. I wouldn't be able to do nothing. So luckily the sun sets at like 9 or 10 o'clock in the summer. So when I get home, even though in the summer when work gets busier, then we're out from 7:30 to maybe 5 or 6 o'clock. And it's like, it doesn't seem bad, but when you wake up at 6 in the morning and then you go to work at 7:30, like, you go to work at 7, as in you got to be there at 7:30, and the sun's just rising, so you leave when the sun rises, and then you get home right before the sun sets. So you're basically at work all day. So like a lot of people with night shift jobs, they go in at like 7 or 8 o'clock, and then they get off at like my brother, he'll go into work at like 5 p.m. 5 p.m. or like 6 p.m. and he'll come home at like 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning, sometimes later, but then he sleeps all day. It's like, there's just no free time, dude. No free time to do anything, which is why people love the weekends. It's because that's when you can actually get stuff done, but it's never enough time to get stuff done. Like, it sucks. I'm trying to talk to one of my friends right now because so he's a pretty big name on TikTok, and this other guy I went to school with this guy, another guy I went to school with, I want to start a YouTube channel, and like this guy that's a pretty big name on TikTok talks to other big TikTok names, like they all hang out and stuff, and he hit me up yesterday night and he was like, bro, stop being lame, he was like, come work with us, he was like, be my cameraman, dude. And it's like, he was like, bro, we can be rich and everything. So I hit him up last night. I was like, bet. I was like, let's meet up at the mall, because there's a mall that's 20 minutes away from me. Same amount of distance from him too. I'm like, let's meet up at this mall. There's nothing to really do at the mall, but I was like, we can go there, walk around, chill, do whatever, and talk about this more, like in person. Bro doesn't respond to me. So this morning, like I literally sent it to him 3 minutes after he sent me the video. So I'm like, bro, are you serious? So this morning I tried to call him. He don't answer. So I'm like, bro, are you serious? So I hit him up like an hour or two ago and I was like, hey. He hit me up. He was like, yo. I was like, call me when you get the chance so we can talk more about doing this YouTube stuff. He ain't ever replied. It's like he hit me up months and months ago about doing this. And I was kind of on the fence because I'm like he was a really cool dude when we were in school. We were like best friends. But it's like I haven't talked to that dude since school. I graduated in 2020. So it's been 5 years. And when I mean I graduated in 2020, I mean I graduated January 1st of 2020 is when I like officially no longer had classes. Even though I finished school, it was like December 4th or something is when I finished school. Like I finished all my work for that semester because we were like homeschooled. But I asked the principal and the school counselor if I could get my credits for next semester and graduate early, because I was like, I'm doing this at home, so I have all the time in the world to do it. and I had a job. So I literally graduated at the start of the year. So it's been 5 years since I even like seen this dude or talked to him. And when I did talk to him, it was in 2019, where at the beginning of the school year they had us doing in school, like it was like in school. So I met him, and well, I didn't like meet him, but that's when we first met back up. He was already famous on TikTok, and I was like, bro, how'd you get famous on TikTok? He was like, I just posted a video every single day. He was like, literally, he was like, be on your grind, post a video every single day. He did that for about a year. He's big on TikTok. He's still on his grind, like growing every single day, which is like, you know. But the reason I was on the fence was because like I haven't talked to you in like 5 years. Some of the people that I did know in school, you know, because I live in Michigan, and scamming is a really big thing, like fraud, you know, like trying to get people's bank account, like stuff like that. I've already had like 3 people attempt to scam me, but it's like, bro, I'm smarter than that. I literally knew, I don't know him now because he's famous now, and you know, but I knew a guy that literally blew up because he was a scammer, and he would literally rap about it, and he never got caught somehow. But it's like, I know the methods, bro. Like, I don't do it because I'm trying to do this the right way. That's why I haven't, that's why you don't see me with tons of money, blowing it all. Like, yes, I have nice things, but it's like, you don't see me with a lot of money blowing it on promos and rapping. Like, you know, like, I'm trying to do this the right way. But, so it's like, I'm not going to fall for scams, bro. I already know the method. That's why I wanted to meet this guy in person and talk to him, because, like I can trust, I feel like I could trust him, but then there was another guy with him that I know I went to school with, but I have never talked to this dude before. And he was like the main, I mean, it was really my friend that wanted me to do this. But it's like, I never talked to this guy before, and they're like, bro, I'm telling you, like, we can be rich and like be on our grind and get somewhere and travel and never have to work again and all this stuff. And I'm just like, that sounds too good to be true. I get that's what the outcome would be if we make it, and with this dude already being famous and having connections, like, I get it, you know. But he was saying that we could have that now, and it's like he was like, if you be our cameraman, he was like, we'll pay you, you know, this, that, and the third. And it's like, first off, I'm not trying to be mean or none, but I have the most content creation experience of all of them. And the reason I say that is because I've been actually making YouTube videos since, take a guess, 2015. Now, it sounds pretty bad because it's like, oh, well, why aren't you famous yet? Or how come you haven't made it anywhere if you've been actually making content this long? I've been making content. I've been making content since 2015, since I was in middle school. And I had one channel, used it for like half a year, deleted it. Made another channel, used it for another year, deleted it. Made my Mystic channel, it's originally called Mystic Night. I played phone games. Like, I've been making content. It may not have been good. Like, I made phone games, like, or I played phone, like Clash Royale. Like, I played games like that. Didn't do anything. I ended up deleting all my videos. I wish I just privated them because I kind of want to go back and like see, you know, like memories type of thing. But I deleted them, and then I started making music in 2019. Started dropping that. Started making videos again in 2020, which the videos weren't so good, but I kept them up. Like, I've been doing this for a long time. I just never, like, was on my grind. which is why like now it's like I'm trying to stream a lot more. But it's like, so I know, like, yeah, this dude is like pretty big on TikTok, but he's gonna have to do more. And the reason I say that is because what made him like big on TikTok is, I don't want to say thirst trapping, but like a lot of his viewers are women. He's a light skinned dude, and he makes the videos, being like, like he did his thing to get his bag. Props. I don't know if he has to work. Like, I don't know if he works a job. He has a car and he has like diamonds and everything. Like, he got chains and all that. But he's also like pretty big on TikTok. But if you want to have a successful channel, not only are you going to have to promote the mess out of that channel on your TikTok, but you also are going to have to start making some goofy videos because, yeah, the ladies will probably watch the videos to see you and everything. But if the videos you want to make are going to be like pranks and troll videos and stuff like this, like, stuff normal people make, you got to have the audience that is going to watch it. Like, we could, with the viewers that he has and everything, we could do like the blank versus 20 women like that, but then we'd have to find 20 women, get the whole background thing where it's like all white, like stuff like that. Because if we did that and we basically found 60 women, we could, because there's him, another guy, and then like I'd be their cameraman / I'm guessing they'd want me to edit the videos. Like, if we found 60 women, we could do 20 women versus like the main dude, 20 women versus his friend, then 20 women versus me. That's 3 videos right there. Yeah, it's like the same thing, but it's what's getting views right now. You do that, but it'd be hard to find that many people and get basically a warehouse to film it in, which, like, that's what you need the money for. But it's like, bro he has some of the fame already. So it's like, take that and put it into that, Like, I have ideas. I could easily be their manager. Like, their manager / editor / whatever. And then it's like, they should do it like AMP, like how AMP is doing it. Come up with your channel name, but have both of those guys start making TikTok videos, because right now, as far as I know, only one does. Both of them start making TikTok videos. Both of them start streaming. I know my friend that already makes the TikTok videos, he has a gaming setup. Like, I will literally come over and teach him how to stream. He streams, since he has enough followers, puts his phone up, has his TikTok live going, has his other live, telling people to join. Be like, join the Twitch channel or whatever. That'll set up him having a Twitch income from his viewers watching him live. And then there will be the videos that we do every so often. Because doing like weekly videos of big stuff like that, I don't know, like, bro, I have a job. Like, my schedule is packed already. That's why I've been lacking on the streams already, is because like my schedule is packed. But every so often, so maybe like 1 or 2 of those videos a month of something crazy where we all get together, and it's like AMP, but like Phase, where like they'll all get together and do something. Like Sidemen, they all get together and do something, but when they're not together, they're doing their own thing. So like, we could all get big together off of this channel, but then we also have our own sources of income, to where the channel we have, the money goes back into itself. The money goes back into the videos. We could buy a giant house with that money that came from the channel that we all put effort into make the videos on. And then we have our own sources of income coming from, our own streams, our own TikToks, our own everything. And that's for us. Like, say my boy that already makes the TikTok videos and is pretty big, it's like Kai Cenat, basically. He makes way more money than like I would. He earned it. You know what I mean? I don't want to go digging in bro's pockets. Say he made $1 million, I made 500,000. But we lived under the same roof and we basically did the same stuff. I don't want to be that guy that's like, well, you should pay more of the house payment or something like that. Like that's what the channel would be for. You would have our group channel. All the revenue that makes goes into paying for all the stuff that we share, like remaking the videos or paying the bills, and then what we do fills our own pockets to where the stuff that we stream or whatever gives us the money for our own cars, our own whatever, food, chains, whatever. That's what I'm going to try to propose to him, because what he has is a good idea and it's a good start. But say that video, that the first video we make, for some reason it blows up and it makes $100,000. I don't want him to be like, let's split that 100,000 and whatever, or him be like, well, since you're just a cameraman, you're only gonna get $5,000 while we get the rest. Like, no. Like, what'll happen is, if that video makes 100,000, we can each get 10 grand, and then the rest of it, the money will go into making the next video. As in, if we want to do the 20 women versus whoever, that money will be able to go into renting a warehouse for a day, getting food because you're going to have all the people sitting in a waiting room getting some snacks or whatever, basically paying for all the stuff that we need, getting better equipment, stuff like that. Like, so you make your bread, but then the money can go back into yourself getting a better camera, getting a better microphone, getting this, that, upgrading the editing software. Like, I get it, it'll be nice to have all that money now, but then it'll be like, then after that video you make more money and you already upgraded your camera and your editing software and it's working out, so now you can take a bigger chunk from that because you don't have to put it into getting a new camera or something, and now like you get a bigger chunk and there's still money that goes into the next video. Now you start promoting yourselves and your own streams that you can do daily while the videos are not being made, to make even more money that you can actually keep, while the videos that we all make together go back into making more videos like that and paying for the bigger picture. Well, because say us three got famous off of the channel. Starting our own streams ain't gonna be like starting back from the bottom when you already have a following. What I'm like, look, I'm just thinking right now, like, and it's really smart. Like, if somebody wants to do this, I'm telling you, this is how you do it. Like, if you want to start a group channel or something with your friends, start your group channel, do your little challenges or whatever to start, try to do bigger stuff, but you don't want to go above and beyond when you don't have the production for it. So like, you versus 20 women is a really good video idea, but if you don't have the setup for it, don't make the video. And I'm not trying to discourage people, but I'm saying if I go on YouTube and I see 20 women versus Phantom, and I see the quality looks good, he's in that giant white room, it looks super professional, I'm going to click on it and want to watch it. If I see 20 women versus, some random guy, and he's in his bedroom, and he has the women waiting in his living room, it's going to be like, bro, like, I get it's basically the same thing, but the scenery, it's not eye candy. It doesn't make me want to look at it. Like, it may be funny and everything, but visuals really count too. So it's like, at the start, do whatever. Once you get that type of stuff, put the money into it. Take your little percentage. You don't need a bunch now. Take your little percentage, but put the majority back into it. So the next video, because that's what Mr. Beast does. Think about it like that. Mr. Beast, he makes a video. It gets like 100 million views. He makes like $500,000 or $600,000 off that one video. And, well, because you got to think also, the reason I'm saying that is because just because a video has 100 million views, doesn't mean he made $1 million off of it. And the reason I say that is because I think it's for every. I think on YouTube it's like every 2 views is like a cent or something. Or I think it's like every. I think it's like every 1,000 views is 5 cents. It's something ridiculous. But that's because when someone like Mr. Beast uploads a video and he gets 100 million views, if it was like every dollar or every view is $1, that's $100 million. He posts, 10 videos like that and he has $1 billion. It'd be too easy for him at that point. So they have to make it more challenging. So it's like every 1,000 views is 5 cents because now he gets 100 million views. He makes maybe $500,000 instead. That type of thing. So, he makes all that money. Obviously, he gets a cut and he pays his team. And then the rest of that money goes into making the next video. That's why he's able to make such giant videos, is because he has his team and everything, but he's not like, all right, everyone, take your money out. This next video is going to cost us $1 million. I need everyone to put in a percentage. He's like, well, the last video made us 500,000. I took 20 grand, paid everybody else 5 grand each or something, or something. Paid everybody 10 grand and he took 50 grand. But the rest of all of it goes back into the next video so he can afford that warehouse and he can afford a big construction set to be built. And so, if you split the money completely, if he takes that 500,000 and completely splits it up and divides it all and gives it all away and everything's coming out of his pockets, then it's like, he's either not going to want to pay for a video or he's going to be like, well, this or that. So you have your account that all the money in that video and that whole channel made is in that account, and every video you split up some of the money, but it sits there and it goes back into all your stuff. Like if you buy a giant mansion for your group, the channel is paying for that mansion instead of everybody putting money into it. It's the channel that all of you guys work in equally. It's really smart. And that's what I'm hoping, if this dude would call me or something, to convey to him, is like, look, I don't want to say manager, because normally the manager will also set stuff up. I can think of the video ideas and stuff like that, but it's like, say I wanted to be like, oh, let's have Snoop Dogg in one of our videos. I guess if we had the fame to do that, then yeah, I'd be able to hit up Snoop Dogg and do that. But it's like at the moment, the person with the fame is my TikTok friend, the dude that actually makes TikTok videos. But I kind of want to convey that, be like I'll be the manager of the group. We need to come up with an actual name. I'll think of all the video ideas, or we can discuss video ideas to all come to an agreement of what the next video could be. I'll be the cameraman and the editor, and I'll participate in some of the videos, stuff like that. Or I'll be the cameraman, but we should look to hire an editor because I don't have the time. I do not have the time to edit. That's why I don't make YouTube videos. I stream. I don't have the time to edit a video. Especially if we do some giant video like that. We'd have to hire an editor. So there'd be 4 of us. We have our editor that would also be in videos sometimes. But it's I could find locations. Like this dude, I think he said he wanted to make a song. And it's I make music. Alright, I'll hit up a studio. And until, the channel makes money and we can use the channel's money for studio time, we split it. to where, say it's $100 an hour, we each go 50, or say we get 2 hours, we each go 100, and we get in the booth and we make a song and make it a video where, behind the scenes of us making the song. Stuff like that. Like, if he wants to make a song, I'll hop in the booth with him. I'll record the hook, he'll do the verses, or he'll do the hook and I'll do the verses. Or, like, I'll do the hook, verse, hook, he does a verse, hook, like, however the song would be. And we make it into a video. Boom. And then we drop the song. Well, we drop the song, and then we release the behind the scenes. And then we go make a music video for it. Like, boom. Like, bro. Like, I feel like that should be our first video. Because, yeah, I feel like when people make YouTube channels, they either start off with pranks, or I don't know. They'll always start off with the video of them introducing themselves. I feel like we need to start different. Because what's something he could promote on his TikTok channel? Like, what's something that he could drop, like, snips of and videos of on his TikTok? He could drop a snip of us in the studio. And then when the video's made, drop little snips of the song, stuff like that. And then drop it, promote it, drop the behind the scenes a couple days later. And then you drop the audio, because the audio will get its own views. You drop the behind the scenes, and then as like those two are getting up, we make the music video for it. I don't know how to edit a music video though. I could record one, but that's why we'd have to hire an editor, is because I can only do so much when editing a video. Like, I can cut stuff out and add stuff in, but I can't do those crazy transitions and like that ain't me. But then again, I mean, we could hire someone to make the video for us. And even try to put it on a promotional channel. And then since there's the other guy, if we all three of us make something to where even it's like I start the song and it's like a verse, and then my boy comes in with a verse, and then his boy comes in with another verse, and then that's the song, like anything that works. And then we could split the studio time by threes, and it's like even cheaper. And there's literally a studio right down the street from me that I did not know of. I literally record in my room, not only because it's cheaper, I mean the quality's not as good. That's why I'm saying like we'd go to an actual studio. It's because I don't need a crowd in my bedroom, or this ain't my bedroom, this is my gaming room, but it's a mess in here. Like, I don't need a crowd standing in here while I'm up at my mic with all my auto-tune going. Like, I'd rather be able to get into a booth where you can't hear me, but you'll hear me over the speakers out of the booth with the auto-tune on, so I can hide me not being able to sing. Because say we get an hour or 2 hours of studio time and we bust out 2 songs or something. We make a rap song and then we make some, like, sad song or something like that. Like, bro. Like, I got ideas. And it'd be fun to do it with people. It's just I gotta make sure I can trust these dudes. Because don't get me wrong, it's like, I did go to school with one of them. I'm pretty sure I went to school with the other one, but it's like I know this dude, like, for sure. He's normally genuine. Anything could have happened since school let out. Anything. He could have easily, found a different way or something like that. The other guy, if it's who I think it is, like, he looked familiar. If it's who I think it is, he was a huge troll when we were in school. And I just mean that he trolled too much. He played around too much. So he could be genuine about wanting to work and wanting to get big and everything. Or he could be like, we're gonna have you be our cameraman and we're gonna get big and we're just not gonna pay you. And we're gonna make all this money and then hire an actual cameraman or something and ditch you or something like that. Like, that's why I'm like, I want to be in the videos. I'll be the cameraman and like the manager that comes up with ideas or whatever, because I have like the most experience and be in the videos and stuff. We'd have to hire an editor, and it's like with being the manager, I would either be the one that works with the money, which would kind of suck, even though I'd definitely hire an advisor, to do the taxes and everything, because when you're rich like that, you don't do yearly taxes. You do quarterly taxes, to where every quarter you pay taxes. So, you would keep all your receipts for the quarter, and then it's a whole thing. But that's why you would hire your own tax advisor. You'd hire your own money person, everything. But I would be able to see the money, as in when the videos are coming in. Say I have access to the channel, I can look at the revenue that's coming in, everything, so I can see if they're trying to play me. That's why I would want to be their manager and have access to the channel, because then it'd be like, alright, if I record the video, since I have the PC, I'll take the card, put it in here to start, edit the videos, and when I edit the videos and make a thumbnail, I could just upload them to the channel, or upload them privately or whatever, and then we come up with a release date. Stuff like that. Because then it's I have access to the channel. I can set it up to start making money, put it in an account, and then automatically transfer certain amounts out of the account into other accounts, or wire money or whatever. But I would be able to see how much is coming in. So they're not oh, here's your payment for the month, and it's $2,000, and I'm and they're yeah, the video didn't do too well or something, but they're really taking $50,000 or something like that. That ain't happening. I want to be able to see the money, because all that would be getting split equally, because all of us have a role to play. They wouldn't be getting those videos recorded without a cameraman, and then it's they're in the videos. You know what I mean? It's all an equal thing. Just because I would possibly just be the guy behind the camera or something doesn't mean I should get paid less. There's no such thing as, oh, well, we're the stars of the show and you're just the cameraman, so we're gonna get paid more. No. No. Yeah, you're the ones talking in the videos, but we all got a part to play to make this video a video. Without the cameraman and the editor, there wouldn't be a video in the first place, no matter how much of a star you are. That type of thing. So it's we'd have to get paid equally, stuff like that. We'd have to get paid equally. This dude hasn't hit me up or nothing. It's almost he ain't. But then again, it's also he be wanting to meet up late at night. And I don't mean late at night right now. I mean I told him this one time, I was yo, I got something to do later in the day, because I wanted to meet up at the mall with them again. Go to the mall, because it's not oh, it's a public spot. I mean, it is a public spot, but you ain't coming to my place. my place is a mess, and I got a bunch of stuff in here. Not oh, you're gonna steal it or something. It's I just have I have a bunch of stuff in here. It's a mess. I'm redoing my bathroom, so it's literally my sink in my bathroom doesn't work. I have to wash my hands in the sink in the kitchen. I brush my teeth in the sink in the kitchen. My bathroom sink doesn't work. I'm tearing up the floors. I'm gonna redo the whole vanity. It's a work in progress. It ain't presentable. Even if we're bros and you're oh, bro, I don't care, whatever. I got standards. You walk in here on camera, it don't look too bad, which it's not. I have a couch over there that has a bunch of clothes on it, but it's all it's all my nice clothes. I have a varsity jacket, I have a Banana Republic coat. It's more expensive clothes, at least, I have laying on that couch instead of in my bedroom. And then it's I have a bookshelf that looks like it's about to fall over. I have a giant soda collection of limited edition rare sodas that I bought when they were out, and they're no longer out. to where you can no longer get them, type of thing. My rabbit's cage with my rabbit, and it's loaded up with anime figures. Like, the room is a work in progress. I'm gonna tear these floors up and put wooden floors down. I'm gonna have to buy a new fan because I bought this one, and for some reason this room only has one light switch, which is for the lights. So I hooked the fan up to the light switch because I wanted the fan in the first place because it'd be extremely hot in here. Well, the lights don't work because it's two separate cords. Because it'd be like the two separate cords go to each one, to where one would run the fan and the other one would run the lights. Well, since I only have one switch, it runs the fan, so the light doesn't work. So my light is either these lights, or I have a bunch, like I have two ring lights. No, I have one ring light and two spotlights. So it's like, that's basically my lighting in here. The ring lights do a decent job, but I mean, like when I'm streaming, it'd be super dark in this corner. That's why I put the ring light there, to brighten up the corner. But it's like, it's a struggle. It's dark outside right now, so I can't crack the blinds to make it brighter. Like, so, yeah, it's a giant work in progress. So it's like, I ain't trying to meet up at my spot. I don't know how they feel about me going to their spot, but that's why I'm like, let's just meet up at the mall. It's a public spot. We can, you know, buy stuff or something. Go look at shoes while we hang out and talk. Go get food. Like, you can do it all right there, you know. And I, like, this one time I hit him up and I was like, it was like 8 in the morning. And I was going to go over to my parents that day, tell my dad, put up a fence. And so I was like, I basically, like, we can hang out till about, it was in the summertime. I was like, till about 4 p.m. And then I got to go over to my parents to help my dad. And he was like, oh. He's like, we could probably find a different day then. It's like, you trying to hang out all day or something? Or like it was like 8 in the morning. I'm like, we can go to the mall. Because he wanted to like go to the mall and then go to a car meetup. And it's like, I have a really nice car, but I have a Jeep. Like, I have a 2022 Jeep Gladiator. Like, so it's the pickup. I've got the wheels are spaced. Like, I got the big wheels on it. It has a grill. It's fully blacked out. Like, it looks sweet. But it's like, it ain't a sports car. The car meets that he goes to, at least, because I don't know what he has, to be honest, but I know it's a sports car and it's fast. It's like, you know, they pull it with Trackhawks and everything. They're gonna pull up and be like, your car looks sweet, but what's under the hood? Like, oh, this V6, like, I got the car because it drives great in the winter. You know, like I got the car because it looks sweet and it's super moddable and it drives great in the winter. Like, I don't, personally, it's like, if I was rich, yeah, I would own a Trackhawk and a Hellcat Challenger. Like, there's so much stuff that I'd buy. But right now, it's like, I don't care about speed. I don't care if my car can gap yours or not. Like, as long as I can drive in the winter. Because there's any car can drive in the summer. Or in the fall. Or in the spring. Like, you know, but when winter happens in Michigan, it's like, surprisingly, this winter has been good. Like, it has snowed a couple times that I had to drive through it. And I hope that's as bad as it's going to get. Literally, normally February is when it gets worse. Like, normally, because winter's from, like, you know, December, January, and February. Well, normally December's like, January, it starts to get bad. And then February is just like, it's terrible. And then March happens and it starts to warm up and melt and everything. Well, last week, it was literally Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it was negative 15. So people were like, "Oh, it's starting." Like it's starting to get even worse. Well, it got warmer. Right now it's 29 degrees. It feels like 14. The high for today was 35. Next week, it's going to be, let's see, from Monday 34, 33, 34, 33, 35, 39, 47, 42 are the highs for next week and then starting the week after. And that's like February. Like it's January 25th, so next week is going to be warm. And then literally February 1st on Saturday, it's going to be 39 degrees. February 2nd is going to be 47. And then February 3rd is going to be 42. But it's going to rain all 3 of those days. It's going to rain Saturday, Sunday, Monday where I'm at, which sucks. Like, yeah, it's going to be like 40, so it's going to be pretty warm compared to like what we just dealt with. Like, in the winter your body like gets acclimated to the cold weather. So when it's like 30 or 40, it feels warm, you know, but obviously when it's summertime, your body gets acclimated with the heat. So when it's like 80 degrees, it's like hot, but if it turns to 50, you're freezing. But in the winter, if it's 50, you're pretty warm, but if it's like 20, you're like, okay, it's starting to get cold. So it's going to be super warm the start of February, and it's going to rain all 3 days. I really hope this ain't some turn of events that's like, oh, it's going to be super warm the start of February, and it's going to rain just for it to completely freeze over, and now it's all ice. Like, I hope it's not like that. I hope it's like winter's just over and it's getting warm earlier. Even if it goes from like 40 to raining to like clears up and then it goes down to 30 and then 20, as long as it's not blizzarding. We had our super cold week last week. It's getting warmer. I hope it just continues to get warmer. Like, it doesn't need to be like 40 and then the week after it's 80. Like, be 40, go back to 30, maybe hit 20 a couple times. Like, the starts, like, on Saturday, it's going to be 27. The high is 39, but the low is 27. Then it's like the low's 39, the high is 47. Then the low's 32, the high is 42. Like, go from like 40s to 30s, maybe down to the 20s, back up to 30s and 40s. Just stay at that. March comes around, start getting up into the 50s and 60s, like the nice chill springtime. Like, it'd be perfect if it would work out like that. What's going to be really nice, what's going to be immaculate about February. So yes, there's still a week left of January, which sucks. Which absolutely sucks. But once February hits, there's only 4 weeks of February. So like February 1st starts on a Saturday, and then you have 3 weeks, and then the last week of February ends on a Friday. So if you just put that first one down or whatever, it's 4 weeks exact. 4 weeks is simple. That's literally 4 paychecks for me. It's 1 car payment, 1 of each bill or whatever, and then it's March. Which, like, March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. I've never had snow. I mean, like, we've had snow in March before, but not like snowing in March. Like, snow would still be on the ground in March. Like, March 9th is daylight savings. Like, so literally from now, 5 weeks, and the first day of spring. When is the first day of spring? Because this actually doesn't tell me. Like, you have St. Patrick's Day, daylight savings, Holly, first night of Ramadan. What is this? Ash Wednesday? I don't even know what that means. There's those. Like, none of these say, like, first day of spring. Normally, it would be there. It'd be, like, start of spring or something. Like, this is all the way in June. Like, this... I'm already too far. But... I don't know when the first day of spring is. I'm pretty sure it's before St. Patrick's Day, because normally St. Patrick's Day is known for being, green. Like, normally every St. Patrick's Day that, as far as I know that I've been alive, it has always been warm and green outside. Like, that's just like what you think of when St. Patrick's Day rolls around in March. Especially, like, March is going to be 5 weeks long. Or really 4.5 weeks. But 5 weeks left of winter. I'm ready for this to be over. That's how you have to think about it. If you think about it day by day, it gets worse. Because it's like, one day you'll be like, alright, it's going to be warm today. Next day you're like, alright, it's going to be freezing. If you look at the whole week, like we have the last week of January, that's 5 days of work with who knows who, like stuff like that. Like this is 5 weeks of work, 5 days, so it's 15, no, because 5 times 5, that's 25, so 25 days of work. That makes it sound bad, but it's like, it's 5 weeks. I always look at it as like the start of a week. So on Monday, I'm like, I just got to get through this week. Once that week's over, then there will be 4 more. And you just count down like that. I noticed a week actually flies by. I'm not going to lie, this winter kind of flew by. Like, it's already about to be the end of January. Last winter, I feel like that junk took forever. Like, that winter took forever. But 5 more weeks, winter will be over, it'll be getting warm again. And then I'm going to be on my grind this summer. I do not care. I'm going to be on my grind this summer because I do not want to have to work another winter. I said that last winter. Last winter, I literally told myself, I was like, I'd rather be burning hot than freezing cold. So many people say that they'd rather be cold than hot because it's easier to warm up. Try being in like 10-degree weather where the feel like is -1 for 8 hours a day. That's the last thing you'd want. Because you gotta think about it. My work doesn't end until I finish that job. So, you don't want to be going back and forth, sitting in the truck or going inside to warm up and then going back outside doing something, going back, like you're wasting time. You just want to push through and get it done. My toes will be feeling numb sometimes at the end of my workday. Like, the last thing you want to do is be taking breaks to warm up because then you're going to be out till 7 o'clock. Or you're going to be out till, the end of the day. Like, you want to get off work as soon as possible. The only way to do that is by pushing through. Like, it sucks. But it is what I'd rather be burning hot and sweating. Because I'll just drink a bunch of water or something. Like, yeah, sweating is uncomfortable, but it's like, bro, I'd rather be working in 80-degree weather, burning up, being like, man, let me stand under this tree for a second and drink some water, than be freezing. Like, being cold is just a different type of pain. Like, being hot, I feel like it's like normal. Like, say you're sitting in a room in your house and it's just like hot in that room, it's like you feel heat all the time. But feeling the cold that you feel in winter is brutal. Like, you go outside, if you're not working inside, it's not bad. Or if you're not working outside, then it's not bad. Like, I go outside to go over to my parents or something, and, I'll have my jacket and everything, and I'll just be like, ooh, it's a little chilly. and I just think nothing of it. Even if I go to the store, like I went to the store the other day with a t-shirt on. And yeah, it was cold, but it was just like I can bear it because I know I'm about to be inside. You know, you don't think nothing of it. But when you're working out in it, I'd be wearing 3 t-shirts and then a coat. I'll have on 2 underlayers and then a pair of snow pants with wool, like thick wool socks, and a pair of mucking boots because it's like rain boots. It's like waterproof, but they're also insulated. So it's like insulated rain boots, so to keep my clothes at least like almost up to my knees dry and warm. I'll have on my like ski mask with all this stuff on, and I still be freezing. Like I still be out there having to like take my gloves halfway off to just hold my hands like this, or sit in the truck to warm my toes up because I feel like they're about to fall off. Like, it's different when you have to work in it. It's a whole different type of pain. Like at my last job, I worked in a freezer, and literally the freezer was 20 degrees, and then we had a deep freezer that was set to -10 because it froze like ice cream. But our actual freezer just had stuff like, you know, the gas station food, like tornadoes, however you pronounce them, and like hot dogs and stuff. And then we had our little refrigerator area, which was set to like 30 or no, I think it was set to like 40 degrees, which had like milk, drinks, eggs, stuff like that, that had to stay cold and refrigerated, but it didn't have to freeze. Because if you didn't know, anything below 30 degrees is freezing temperature. If outside, if it's below 30 degrees, water and stuff's most likely to freeze. So I think the refrigerator area was set to 40 degrees because it was warm enough to where you could walk back there without, like, it was chilly, but it was warm enough to where you didn't need a sweater or something. Like, I would go back there just in a short sleeve or with maybe a little long sleeve shirt on. But so I'd be in and out. I'd be outside in the yard because I was the one driving the trucks around, or I'd be inside to check out how everything's doing. And it's like being outside in the cold, driving the trucks around, was terrible. Like, I would literally go in, but that's because the wind. You go inside the freezer and it's like the wind's not blowing, it's just a stale cold. So if you're just covered up, you feel fine. Wind's not blowing. But you go outside, I would literally get in the truck, and luckily mine was nice. It had heat. The doors closed, but it was a rental. The original ones that they had for like the actual like dock area, because I was on the freezer side and then there was the other dock. They were busted. The back doors wouldn't close. The heat in them worked, but I mean you'd have it running, and the heat would work. So it was a switcher, so it had the back door and then a side door. But like, I'm so glad mine had heat. Like, I'd get in it and I'd be like, phew. But like, I used one of the ones at the dock, and you get in it and the steering wheel's freezing. You have to put your hand up against the heater to warm up, and you're just like, oh my god, like, it sucks. But I don't do that anymore. Now I actually sit out in the cold, which is even worse. That's why I'm doing this. I literally remind myself all the time, that's why I'm doing this. Because if I could be inside like how I am now in the freezing cold, like it's freezing cold outside, I'm inside, I'm chilling, I'm streaming. Yeah, not a single person has joined the stream since it started, which sucks, but you gotta start somewhere. Hopefully this dude hits me back up so we could get something kicking. I don't even know.